Okay, what's up everybody, and thanks for tuning in again. This is week number 11 of our distance learning experiment. It's good to have you back. Today, this is going to be a short video. We're going to talk a little bit about Romeo and Juliet, what we've seen so far, and some of the really big moments we want to keep in mind. Then we're going to get into the calendar, and we're going to talk about what this week looks like, and then we're out of here. So let's get into it. So far, we've read Romeo and Juliet, Acts 1, 2, and 3. We've learned that we have these two central characters who come from families who really don't like each other very much for reasons we don't entirely understand. And by the time we get through Act 3, we realize that a lot of tension, a lot of suspense has really been building up. In Act 3, at the very beginning, we see a really hot weather scene that kind of resembles the very opening of the play, an open public place. And we remember how the play begins when the prince tells the brawling people on the street that on pain of death, all men depart. That he's letting people know, hey, if anyone does this again, you're going to be killed. And of course, that is what happens, though they're not killed by the prince. Mercutio is killed, Tybalt is killed, Romeo runs away, and then the prince reveals that Romeo, instead of being executed, is simply banished, or as Shakespeare places that line, we pronounce it banished because of the iambic pentameter of the line. So where this ends, Act 3, is that the plan that Romeo and Juliet had is really kind of completely thrown into chaos. Romeo can't get married to Juliet if he's banished, but of course we know that he finds a way to see her one last time before he leaves. So when we get into Act 4, we want to see how the plan that Romeo and Juliet have, we want to see how that plan continues to unfold. How is Romeo going to fix all of this? How is Juliet going to fix things with her family when her dad wants her to marry Paris? What are we going to do this week? Well, we know that this week is a holiday week. Monday is Memorial Day. We don't expect anybody to do anything on Memorial Day. You can just hang out. But how this week is going to work is your English work is going to happen on Wednesday and Friday instead of Monday and Wednesday. So same amount of work, slightly different schedule. What this looks like for us is for Wednesday's class, you're going to read and listen to Romeo and Juliet, Act 4, Scenes 1 through 3. Just like the previous few class periods, you want to jot down any questions, thoughts, insights, any ideas that you have while reading this, especially important passages. Just jot them down on a scrap sheet of paper. Now, for Friday's class, you're going to listen to the rest of Act 4. This is Act 4, Scenes 4 and 5. And just like the previous weeks, you're going to be responding to some response questions. Again, choosing evens or odds. You don't have to do all of them. You're going to post your thinking to turnitin.com, and then that's it. We're done for the week. Now, if you have any additional time, just like previous weeks, if you want to watch any of these film versions, the reason that I really encourage you to do that is to see how flexible, how dynamic this story is. Even though we're watching something that was written 400 plus years ago, we still see something in it that we can really identify with. So in the older version, the Franco Zeffirelli version, this is a very traditional version. In the newer one from the late 90s, we see Romeo and Juliet driving fast cars and shooting each other with guns, and it's a very visually exciting version of the story, even though maybe the director has taken some creative liberties. So again, if you have some extra time, you want to check those out. Those clips and the audio version of the play and the full script are all available through the website. Go ahead and check that out. So, I hope you're enjoying Romeo and Juliet. Hope everyone is staying safe. Until we see each other again, be good to yourself, be good to everybody else, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.